All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. It is your friendly neighborhood. I was going to say Spider-Man. Oh my gosh. Your friendly neighborhood medium, oracle, teller, artist type situation. Eikaneeru or Eika for short. You can also call me Eve, or you can call me any enduring thing that is from a place of love. So, baby, boo, bookie, mookie, love bug. I'm accepting of all of those. I'm accepting of all of those, okay? And I'm just here to do a pick a card reading on some quick messages of advice or encouragement that you could use right now. No matter what the circumstance or the situation is, this does not have to be something that I'm foreseeing as bad or a bad situation. It can be any situation. So it can just be something to keep you on track or to further encourage you down the path that you're already going, or to give you the advice that you need to be on the path that is, most necessary for you at this time. So, without further ado, I will get into each pile so that you can choose. And we have 3 piles today, each highlighted with a different lighter from Bic. This is not a sponsorship though, but either I don't know why that's funny to me, but highlighted, from each lighter. So for pile 1, we have this lighter that is with an image of like smoke on the front. I'll see if my camera wants to love on me today so you can see that more clearly. Yeah, you can. That's pile 1. For pile 2, we have the blue lighter, the deep blue lighter. And for pile 3, we have the Capricorn lighter. Now, I chose these lighters intuitively to go over each pile, but you do not have to be a Capricorn to choose pile 3. And if you hate Capricorns, maybe that's a sign that you need to choose pile 3. But all that to say, you don't have to be a Capricorn. You don't have to like the color blue, and you don't have to smoke to like either pile. Just choose one. Maybe if you like the graphics, or maybe you just like the color, or whichever lighter, if you was to see it on the table, you would choose first. Okay, how about that? Okay. So yes, if you need more time to choose a pile, please pause the video and think, or just open your heart, or whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Just pause the video, pick a chapter, and then I will see you there. All right, pile 1. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you chose the lighter with the smoke on it, with the spiral smoke cloud. And already just off the lighter, I can say that this group, I kind of get a sense that you all may hear messages from the other side. I didn't want to be like that forward about it, but maybe I should be. If I say it that way, maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, that's kind of more on the side of like, you may think that you hear things, or you may hear things actually, and it may not be anyone particularly telling you, right? Like, I don't know. I'll just say you may hear things, right? You may hear messages. You may get like quote unquote downloads in your mind, or you know what I'm saying? You may just know things. Sometimes it's like, you may be very intuitive, this pile, because you may get messages from the other side kind of edging you along. If it feels like you have like, that angel or that devil on your shoulder, or whatever, that kind of whispers things into your ear at like opportune times, or at specific moments when you kind of need it. I feel like, I feel like that's something that happens to the folks in this pile, to the people in this pile, that you may hear things from the other side. This could also happen in your dreams, but I feel more so like you hear it. Like, I don't know, I get a lot of, if you're familiar with clairaudience, or even if you're not familiar with clairaudience, I would urge you to look it up. But if you are familiar with it, then that is what that's what I'm mostly getting just from the lighter, is that you're hearing things from the other side. You're hearing messages. There's also just a tad, this is like a little asterisk mark. You definitely may see spirits, or you may communicate with spirits. Or spirit, I would say more so, you probably have spirits communicating with you. Whether or not you acknowledge them as spirits, maybe you just acknowledge it as your intuition. Maybe you just acknowledge it as like having good instinct. Whatever that is, it's like, it's very strong in this pile, and it will often come in and tell you things or whatever, however it comes to you, so that you can know what to do. Okay, so all right, I promise you I did not look at these cards, and I cannot make it up even if I tried to. I cannot make it up even if I tried to. So this is my ancestors card. Let's see, focus for me a little bit, camera. This is my ancestors card. So yes, I wasn't wrong. I promise you I did not look. I didn't. It was all an intuitive movement for me. But this ancestors card tells me that absolutely, you definitely have some spirits that are communicating with you in whatever ways. This could also be, I didn't think of this when I said it earlier, because I definitely still feel like a lot of it is more auditory. Like things that you hear, but it doesn't even have to be like, you know, a faint whisper or a voice in your ear. It can also be like, if you're watching something or if you're listening something, you may have a song that pops up in your head. Or if you're like watching something, there may be like a line out of the show or something that like sticks out to you. Like once you hear it, like it could all sound like background noise until until someone says this one thing. And then now it's like you hear it clearly. So spirit will kind of communicate to you in those kinds of ways. It doesn't always have to be like a whisper in your ear kind of thing. But yeah, the ancestors are definitely sending you messages. This is also, I'm not an angel numbers person, but you could also be seeing angel numbers. I don't see this being a lot of visual communication. I definitely hear this as like more about what you hear. Let me silence my phone. This is definitely more about what you hear, or more about like, yeah, it's more about what you hear. But you know, all in all, this pile, the messages in this pile are just wanting to say that, hey, there are spirits, there are ancestors that may be looking out for you, that may be around giving you some kind of advice. Like I said, if you get a song in your head that is, you know, a song of comfort at a time that you need it, or it's, you know, giving you the proper motivation or the proper, like, whatever the hell it is that you need in that moment to continue or to do what it is that you're supposed to be doing, that is your spirit's interference happening or making that happen for you. Okay, so I'll pull a few more cards. Let's see. I'll pull it from my kitchen oracle first. Okay. My bad, I'm not trying to do everything off the camera, but the way that I have this camera set up is kind of like I have to do extra work to put my hands in the camera. But I do want y'all to see that I'm shuffling these things. And these are my homemade kitchen oracles. Okay, travel, journey, and movement. Surprise, shock, something unexpected from Toaster. All right, you got quite a lot of stuff. Okay, and there's always something new to learn. Sponge at the bottom of the deck. So what I get from all of these cards together, let me not just, so y'all can see them too. So we got rolling pin, which is travel, journey, and movement. Toaster, surprise, shock, something unexpected. Cabinets, a thing waiting to be discovered. Microwave, a quick turnaround of events for better or for worse. And then, like I said, at the bottom of the deck we had sponge, which there's always something new to learn. Okay, so I feel like what this is telling me is that, like, the spirits that are communicating with you are, one, actively with you. Two, they are definitely there at very critical and crucial moments. If you are somebody, I hear that if you're somebody that moves around a lot, you travel a lot, maybe not even travel like, you know, for leisure, but like maybe you travel for work, or maybe you just have a lot going on, like where you're always moving around, you're always doing something, right? if I don't know if anybody in here will work at a plant, but I'm getting that, like, if you work at a plant and you have all these hours that you have to work, all these mandatory hours that you have to work, and then you have these other responsibilities you got going on, like, that would apply here as well. Your spirits here, the spirits here in pile 1 are always with you in those moments. They're kind of always like, they're just as active as you are, right? If you're somebody that stays up until 4 a.m. and is, yeah, moving around doing all this shit, right? They're up with you, probably giving you a message, keeping you busy, right? They definitely tell you a lot of things. I want to say this. They tell you a lot of things that you need to go on and investigate. They, sometimes spirits and things like that, they may give you messages, but they are still like on the background. They don't necessarily care to be seen. They don't care to be witnessed. They don't really care to be like really understood. It depends, right? It depends. But I hear that in this particular pile that your spirits want to be seen, right? So that these ancestors, these spirits that are, occupying and helping you and giving you messages, like they're giving you messages for your own benefit, and they're also giving you messages so that you can see them more clearly, or that you can have a better relationship with them, that you can know who they are, right? They want to show themselves to you, and this doesn't have to be physically or in a visual way. Like, you don't have to think that you're about to go see an apparition in your hallway, but they want you to know who they are, so that you can learn how to connect with them better, so that you can understand the messages that they send to you much more clearly, right? That's where this things waiting to be discovered is coming in, as well as this a quick turnaround of events, for better or for worse. With microwave is letting me know that, like, yeah, like, they're there almost always in the nick of time, and things like that. And like, I don't hear that they're doing it for praise, or like I said, they're more so doing it because they want you to know who they are, so that you can have a more stable relationship with them, so that, and you're working with them, that you can work with them better, or that you can hear their messages better. You can understand the messages that they're sending you more clearly. So what I mean by that is, if like they're sending you a song or something like that, right? You may be like, oh, this is just a coincidence, right? That's kind of like where this toaster thing comes in, where it's surprise, shock, and something unexpected. But your ancestors are like, no, not so much a coincidence. That's us. We're doing it. We're doing that. And they want you to know that they're doing it, so that you can, like I said, connect with them better, so that you can understand that they are a part of your life and your experience. Okay? And I'll just close this. So with one more message, y'all, because I'm trying to make this quick. Okay, so these are ancestors that definitely were part of your family lineage in some kind of way. They definitely see that you have a lot going on. Like I said, you have a lot going on. You probably got mad shit to do. And they like, damn. Damn, family. Like, you stay doing some shit. We always kind of got to look out for you. So, and that's not a bad thing. They're not complaining. Some of them might be. But, let me see. Some of them might be for sure. But some of them are just like, we want to know. Or, not we want to know. My bad, y'all. I had to do some stuff. But some of them just want to be, some of them are letting you know that they're just like, we see you. We see that you got a lot going on. And they want you to know that they're there, and that they see you kind of overwhelmed, overloaded. And I want to say they want to help. Well, they want to help for sure. That's just not the main message here. They're just like, we see you, and we know that you have a lot of shit going on, fam. And so we are giving you the things to keep going, and to continue in the midst of that, right? Yeah, like I said, these are people within your family. These are ancestors that, you have some relationship with, some familial relationship with. And yeah, like I said, they see your current stresses. They see your current like workload or whatever it is that you have going on, and they're like with you in that at the very end of it. I was like, this doesn't feel complete to me yet, and I wanted it to be, but it's not. So I'll get one last message from my DIY kids flashcard deck. Okay. All right. So yeah, this goes back to what I said, and hopefully this completes the message. This is my naranja card. Naranja. My bad. I was looking at it and not showing it to the camera. But this card is a card about. Okay, I hear two strong messages coming from this pile. These spirits, these ancestors want you to care for your health. Okay, with all the stuff that you have going on, you need to be caring for your health. And I won't tell you what that looks like specifically, but you need to be mindful of your wellness. This means your physical wellness. You know, just have more knowledge about your body and what's going on with your body and what's going to be helpful for your body to accomplish certain things, or you know, what kind of aid and things that you need. Right, your physical body, your physical body, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and also never forget your environmental health. Right, this is, and your social health as well. So it's just kind of saying like spirit here is saying to be mindful of all of these different areas of your health. That's one message. I was going to talk about environmental health, but I didn't want to get on. That's my personal thing. But environmental health and social health, if it's not familiar to you, really, really quick, is really implied in the fact that, like, you know, wherever it is that you live or that you occupy frequently or that you go to frequently, that it is a space that is beneficial to your health and wellness. And as far as like your social health, however it is that you're interacting socially, or however your social life is set up, wherever you're meeting friends, wherever it is that you know you're spending time with friends or loved ones, or however you're spending time with like other people, or you know, however you're socializing, making sure that is a place of wellness as well. Okay. And so your spirits are saying that, like, with all that you have going on, you need to be mindful of that. Two, you definitely, the other message that I was going to say as part of this, which I feel like will apply, I'll just say it very quickly, is that if you have an altar, if you have somewhere where you honor your spirits and your ancestors, they may need a little bit more of your prayers. They may need a little bit more of your time and things like that, which kind of goes with the last card that we have here for my pile ones. My gosh, these messages were not quick at all. But you have library, read something, books, resources. But what I hear from this card specifically, libro, which is the book card, is seeking knowledge and answers. I'm sorry, that's not going to focus, but seeking knowledge and answers. So this kind of goes back to what I was saying near the beginning of this read, where it's like, you know, consider. My bad. Okay, I'm looking out the window. Okay, people are all doing all kinds of things. Okay, but what I was saying at the beginning of the read, where I was saying that your spirits want you to know who they are and to get to know who they are. This is kind of that movement. Oh my gosh, I was not trying to show extra stuff. But this is this kind of movement. They want you to know who they are. They want you to go and do some research. They want you to learn maybe their names, their stories. Because in some way I feel this, it relates to whatever it is that you're moving through now. Whatever it is that you're going through now, there's a reason why your spirits are so present with you in that. Maybe they relate in some way. Maybe they have some, maybe in some way what it is that you're doing is something that they had to endure within their lifetime. So they have advice to give you. They have, you know, little nudges and guidance to offer you. And in order to strengthen that nurturing guidance, they want you to investigate a bit more about who they are. so that your path even becomes more clear. Whatever it is that you're going through becomes more clear, and you know how to deal with it and handle it. Okay? All right, pile. That was a lot, and I could probably say so much more, but I really want to move forward to pile 2. So I hope it was helpful for what it was. See you later. Okay, welcome, pile 2. You have chose this blue lighter. Now, just off the lighter, and I've spent a lot of time with this lighter, this could be my emotional pile. I'm not trying to categorize y'all. My bad, I hit my leg. But I'm not trying to categorize y'all or, you know, yada yada yada. But this blue lighter always gives me like my emotional pile. This always is like a reminder for me that maybe there's just something you need to cry about. I'll just put it that way. Because every time I use this lighter, Lord, I'm always crying about something. And I'm generally a sentimental, sensitive person, but this lighter just kind of triggers it, makes it more apparent. So, yes, this could be my emotional pile. I'll just get straight into it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let me see. Okay. I get a few different things just from the cards. It's not particularly similar to what I said about the lighter, but there is a slight tinge towards like, okay, I'll just be straight up front because I ain't got all day to play around with this camera anyway. But you just may have a particular, it could be an ancestor, it could be a spirit, but it could also be a person in your life, right? And you could also be this person, this Father of Sticks. But really what this, it could be a person, spirit, ancestor, whatever, that was very famous. Okay? That was very famous. Okay? This pile is kind of taking me for a loop. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Not because I can't read from it, but because it's I feel like I see it taking me for a loop. It'll take me all the way left. But you had a spirit that was very famous, or you're maybe a very popular person as well. No matter if you're very sensitive. Maybe it's because of your sensitive or your sentimentality, you being a sentimental person, that makes you very popular. People tend to gravitate towards you. People want to be close on you. Let me zoom in a little bit. People maybe, you just may have a lot of people kind of like moving towards you. It's just what I see in my mind. So for the Father of Sticks and the grandchildren, this could be something that is, you know, passed down to you, or something that kind of like runs through your family line as well. And I don't know why I'm getting so many familial messages within these piles, but it is something like that where it's like, you know, you could be getting, yeah, like I said, this is something that may run in your family, right? This is something that people tend to gravitate towards you and your family for, or yeah, you just are kind of known for this thing. You may be known for something. I don't know. I'm just getting a lot of fame with Father of Sticks. And this doesn't have to be like worldwide famous or like famous on all the medias and things like that. This could just be fame locally. This could just be fame within your community. It could be fame within your neighborhood or something like that, right? Where it's like, you know, you either stand out, people tend to like notice you, people tend to just be in your face. And I just hear that Spirit is saying with these messages, with these quick messages of advice or encouragement for wherever it is in your life, Spirit is saying that that is a gift, that is something to cherish and to nurture. That is something that has been given to you that you can utilize to help improve your life, or to bring mobility, proper mobility into your life. I don't want to use that word, or just bring like good movement or good favor in your life, right? Like this is something that you can utilize to your advantage. Now, I'm not encouraging being manipulative, which the Father of Six can be, but I am encouraging you to take that kind of stuff in and, you know, let it benefit you. Let it be a gift to your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily hearing and or seeing that this has to be something that you utilize to change the world. It doesn't have to be that big and unanimous, or big and not unanimous. My gosh, what's the word that I'm looking for? Just big and grand. It can have a good impact into your community, but Spirit is more so wanting you to understand how this can have a good impact on your life. All right. So I'm gonna come in with some extra messages. Let me shuffle on camera so that y'all can see that I'm not just picking and choosing. Oh my gosh, that is too many messages. That's too many cards at once. Okay, too many cards at once. Any extra messages for my spirits? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I told you this pile was gonna take me for a left turn. I just knew it. You know what this blue is also making me think of? You see the blue that's happening here, right? But this blue is also just making me think of power, and I don't typically get that from this lighter or from the color blue, but I am getting a sort of like reassurance from this card. So maybe that's something that you provide for other people. You make people feel safe, or you provide people the reassurance to feel safe, right? Whether it is that you do that like up front, maybe it's just your presence, because it could just be that. It could just be like when people see you, like they just feel like, okay, like everything is okay. I don't know what that's about. All right, so we got vow here, which is wish, hope, or worship, gain. I'm not even gonna read all of these because I'm kind of getting messages already, and that's just gonna take me too much time. Justice and readiness. Okay. And so, like I said, this reading is going to take me all the way left because I have no expectations coming into it. But now that I'm here, I'm like, y'all, pile two, y'all kind of special. Y'all kind of special in a way that whatever messages they have for you, they were kind of waiting. They needed, yeah, they were waiting. But anyway, with vow and gain, I automatically saw that, you know, there is something that you are meant to do with what it is that you have going on. But like I said, it's for your gain more than anything. It's for, you know, other people to benefit from, and I see that other people benefit from as well. But your spirits are trying to tell you that you need to benefit from it. Like, you need to see the purpose in it. You, like, this gift, this ability, this talent, whatever it is that you want to call it, is for you to have to hold value in. You know what I'm saying? It's cool that other people get to notice it. It's cool that, you know what I'm saying, it is something that is recognized, but it is something for you to be proud of, and it is something for you, my gosh, it is something for you to be proud of. It is something for you to have some sense of value in. It's something that can help you gain what it is that you need to gain, to have an assuredness in your life, some reassurance in yourself. And that can come in with the Father of Six. Yes, that's what I feel. Like, you need to have some assurance in yourself. Like, maybe you are feeling like, okay, lost. Because I am feeling some sorrow still with this blue. It's just some sadness maybe that needs to come out. So maybe it's like, you know, you don't really feel like you have anything to offer, or you don't have any skills. I don't know, I'm getting like that mopiness, right? Where it's like, I don't got nothing, everybody else has something, or you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's so talented, but what am I? Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lack of like value almost, or a lack of understanding of what your value is, almost. And so you may beat yourself up a lot, or you just may feel very like sad, I don't know, sad, or just not content even. You don't feel content about who you are, what it is that you do, about your abilities. You don't feel confident in yourself. You don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, for all the things other people see, you don't quite see that in yourself. And it's not even that you have to see those same exact things that those people see, but it's like you don't even have a sense, like a strong sense of self that you can stand on, that you feel empowered to walk with, right? And Spirit is saying with Father of Six and the grandchildren that this was something given to you, that you actually do have something. And like I said, even though, you may get the benefit of hearing that from other people, you have to sit and, you have to have your own relationship with it so that you can feel good and empowered to hold this talent, to this gift, right? That you can claim it as your own. Okay? And so, yeah, that's what I get from bow to and gain. And then like justice and readiness speaks into that message that I was just saying a bit more. But it kind of gets at a different thing, right? Where it's like, maybe because you have this like energy or this presence that stands out, you may have people or situations may have been attracted to you to kind of tear that down in some kind of way, or to diminish the quality in that in some kind of way. But I also see that if that wasn't for you specifically, that may have been for other people in your family. Because remember, or in your lineage, whether that's ancestral, whether they're alive or not, right? Because like I said in the beginning, this talent or whatever it is that I'm talking about in the first few cards are something that has been passed down to you, okay? And so with that means that, people before you have held this and had to grasp, deal with life, right? With this gift and talent and whatever it is that you want to call it again. And they had their own set of perks and their own set of challenges, really claiming this for themselves just as much. So I feel that with justice here, that's justice and readiness. It's like I said, each person had their own challenge, their own, downfalls. They had their own perks. They had their own things, whatever. Dealing with this particular talent, dealing with this particular gift. And, this is just your turn and your opportunity to own that for yourself in your lifetime. Okay? It's just your turn. That's what I get. I'll put it shortly. It's your turn. And it won't look the same as what your ancestors did. It won't look the same as what your friends did. There may be some similarities and some things that you can gain from listening to them and hearing their stories and how they dealt with it. Yes. But it is your turn to figure out how to hold this talent and this gift and this trait, and embody it and be confident in it and stand 10 toes down in it, right? It's your turn to do all of this. Okay, so I will leave it. I will end this with one last message for y'all. Okay. Okay, so I want to point this out because if you're not a tarot reader, get some water. If you're not a tarot reader, you won't see this pattern so quickly, but this is the Father of Six, right? This is what y'all see. And this is what? The Son of Six, right? And how these cards are named, it can just be implied, right? That this would be obviously father, son of the same suit or the same element, right? And I love that we started off with this. Typically in tarot, the father or the mother, the queen, the king, however it's worded, named, tends to be the more mature energies, while the son, the daughter, the page, the knight, tend to be more young and more susceptible to mistakes and things like that within their particular realm, their element, whether it's like air, whether it's water, or whatever, right? They tend to need to gain a bit more experience to get to this position, right? It can be looked at that way. It can be looked at in different ways too, but that's how I get it here in your reading. I won't go into education about this, but I will just say it in your reading, right? So with the Sun of Six, I love that we kind of, I won't say we went backwards, but I'll say that I love that this card showed up at the end to kind of tie everything together that I was talking about when it comes to, you know, this energy being like something that you have to take on for yourself, that this is your turn and your chance to embody and to do what it is that you need to do with this gift, this talent, this ability, this skill, this presence, right? It's your time to own it. And with the Sun of Six, we are in a position to grow, to learn, right? Like it's all young children, all young adults, all young people, you know what I'm saying, regardless of age. But maybe you're just young in a particular area of your life, right? You don't have a lot of experience there, or you may have some experience there, but that experience is still being shaped and nurtured within you. And so like this Sun of Six is like coming at the end is like, yes, you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're young and just because you don't feel good at it yet, it doesn't mean that it's you know, something to discard or something to feel like to toss to the side. Spirit says you couldn't even if you wanted to, because it's so deep into your bloodline, for real, that you can't really escape it. But you know, you have all the tools, you have their support, you have all of what you need to embody this, to take hold of it and to make it your own, and to, you know, walk in your life with some reassurance of who you are. You know, just give more attention to that. If you listen to this reading, you know what I'm saying, give some attention to that. Share with yourself, you know, the gift of being more introspective, or more curiosity, being more curious about what that means for you, right? How are you going to, you know, what is it that your impact has shown you about who you are up until this point, and how can you walk in that with much more responsibility, with much more accountability to that makes it so that how you live your life and how you lead your life with this gift can be one that is your own. Okay, so that is that pile 2. I hope that was helpful for you. You can always let me know in an email or something, you know, like the process of that. I would be curious to know. I'm interested in hearing your stories, how you really take ownership of your things, of your life in this way, and how you're learning to do that with this particular skill. You can send me an email, or you can put it in the comments, both which are available below. And so yeah, pile 2, I will see you in the next video. Alright, hello to my pile 3, the last pile of this reading. For your quick, these haven't been quick honestly at all, but not as quick as I wanted them to be, but your quick messages that you could use right now, whether for advice or for encouragement. You have chose the Capricorn lighter, pile 3. And reminder, you do not have to be a Capricorn to be a pile. You absolutely can be, but this wasn't chosen to go to Capricorn specifically. You don't have to like Capricorns to be in this pile. Maybe you just like the design on the lighter and that's good enough. Or maybe you're interested in the zodiac. Or maybe you like a Capricorn. Or maybe you hate a Capricorn. Or maybe you beefing with a Capricorn. I don't know what your situation is. Okay? But what I get from this lighter so far is, and they typically say this about Capricorns, is that they tend to be very stubborn. Now, I'm not no astrology person. I am in a way, but I not in a way that is telling people who they are and who they're not. But I do get a sense of like being just, I don't know, forthright. Forthright is a very interesting word to use. Oh my gosh. Being very like ready to go, ready to make some changes, ready to make some moves. And this is not in a way that's like speed, fast, in a hurry. This is a way that thinks about strategy. Maybe you're ready to put some strategies in place in your life. Pile 3. Those who chose this pile. You ready to implement some things for yourself. We'll just get into the cards to see. All right. But some of those things may look like relationships, right? Maybe you're very, very concerned about relationships. And I promise I'm going to get some relationship style content on this channel. You know, hopefully by the time this video is released, I'll have those other things released as well. But I'm going to get some relationship insightful things dedicated to this channel as well, because child, people be needing it. I be needing it. But yes, it seems as if the strategies that you're trying to put into your life, pile 3, is that which that will establish some long lasting, I hear. Yes, some long lasting relationships. Let me get some water real quick. Oh, always by pile 3 I'm like dehydrated. Okay, because I be talking. But it's some long lasting relationships, and long lasting, I hear that the focus is really long lasting for pile 3. Like, I could say a bunch of things like, you know, maybe you're looking for a high level of commitment as well. But I feel like for pile 3, like that's just another way to word it, but you're really looking for something long lasting. You want something that is going to, you can settle into, okay? And maybe your efforts as of late have been like, okay, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. And this doesn't have to just be romantic. You could be looking for business partners. You could be looking for just companions to have, right? Like friends. This could be like, you know, if you had close relationships with your family members and you don't anymore, that shifted for whatever reason. You just, maybe you want some companionship in your life. I don't know why I said it like that. Companionship in your life. You want some very stable, like we are going to walk this road together. Whatever road that happens to be, kind of relationships, you know? That's your focus right now, pile 3. That's, for those of you who chose this pile, that is where your focus seems to be at. Okay, I'm just pull some more cards. Okay, like I said, y'all don't know what the hell is going on. Y'all, and this is not to plug myself. Let me adjust this. Excuse me. This is not to plug myself at all. Okay, but some of y'all need to go talk to the lady, whoever that is. And the lady doesn't have to particularly be a lady, but it's somebody who can give you some advice, can give you some counsel, can give you some mentorship. Okay. And I see that this person definitely may stay outside of relationships. So this person may be single. I don't know why that's coming up. But this person could be single. Somebody who has a level of knowledge in your field. This person could be single, or this person, and I feel like the only reason why I'm acknowledging what their status may be is not so you can slide, pile 3, but because this will kind of give you characteristics as to who this person is. So this person may just be living a different lifestyle than, I want to say like a niche, like, you know, they may have a different background. That's how I'll put that. They have a different background than you're used to when it comes to, maybe when it comes to relationships. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you meet with somebody who, if you're someone who has practiced a monogamous relationship style. This person of counsel, who may be a good counselor or good guidance for you, is someone who maybe practices a different relationship style. So maybe they have an open relationship, and I don't know how you would know this information off the bat, but maybe this will give you like a route in terms of where to go. But they may practice like an open relationship style. They may practice, you know, they may be someone who is choosing to be single. This could be someone who is choosing to abstain from certain things that maybe you're not abstaining from. I just get that they have some level of significant difference from what it is that you typically are grasping for in your relationships, that you would consider, you know, to be more stable, or to be more, how can I say this, like, than you're used to. They just have a different way of being in relationships than what you're used to seeing or what you're used to being involved with. And those folks seem to be the kind of folks that you need to connect with, pile 3. Okay? That kind of person. That's why I say you need to go see the lady. You need to go talk to the mentor. You need to go, even if you don't talk to them, because I can see that with the 5 of 6 too. Even if you don't talk to them, maybe they have a social media or something with content that you can learn from that can give you some sense of direction. All right. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to pull some more messages for you, pile 3. Oh, and I was going to say, I don't want to plug myself, but hopefully, like I said, I'll have some more content up here around relationships. So maybe some of those videos can benefit you. And if not, you are always welcome to send me what I like to call a strawberry letter. And, you know, you can email it to me and let me know, you know, the particulars of your situation. Or maybe, you know, suggest a question or something if you have questions that come up as you try to, like, you know, create your relationship situation the way that you want to, the way that you're trying to strategize. If you have questions, you can surely email them to me. And maybe I'll turn them into a pick a pile or pick a card for the channel. And or maybe, if I have the time, we can schedule a 1-to-1 to talk about it specifically. Okay? So, yeah. Alright, so I'll just pick a few more messages for my pile 3. Okay. You have tongues. You have the upper hand or ability to influence the situation. Bull, home, comfort, safety, belonging. You are being held through your circumstances. Remembering deceased loved ones from teapot, cooking, spoon, a taste of something to come. So I'll just say, through every single pile, the ancestors have been present. They have been super, super present. Their influence in these readings are so great. They really wanted me to get down on the table and do this today. And I'm glad I was able to, honestly. They've been present because they've been wanting to get these messages to y'all. And I'm happy. I'm happy to serve. I am. Okay, so with tongues, you have the upper hand or ability to influence the situation. I think it's a really cool message to come out at this point, because it's one that will let you know, or that hopefully lets you know that, like I said in the beginning, when it comes to Capricorn, like, you're strategizing, you're planning, you're putting things together. Even as you go seek out counsel or whatever, know that it is still up to you to make the decisions and be okay with the decisions that you're making here. So I feel like tongues is like kind of letting you know, me know, to let you know, to, you know, own your decisions, like to own what it is that you want to do in these situations and what's going to make you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you may get counsel from elsewhere. but you know, you enact the decision. You carry the thing forward. You do the stuff. Okay? So, and not particularly over anyone else, but you know, you can determine. You have some level of autonomy, of willpower in the situation to make the decisions that will benefit you in this area of your life. You know what I'm saying? And all of the strategizing you're doing, you're like, okay, you know, I can do this. I can make time for this. Or I can, you know what I'm saying? Maybe go on dates or something. I don't know. I don't want to get into that too much. But, you know, even as you maybe strategize for relationships and stuff like that, you know, you make the decisions. I don't know why I just keep wanting to say that. Like, you make the decisions about what's best for you. Okay? And you can make those decisions. I feel like it's more trying to say that, like, you can make those decisions. And you can make decisions that maybe you didn't think you were going to make, or that you wanted to make in the beginning. You can change your mind, is something that I also hear. You can change your perspective. You can stay on the same perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make the decisions. Okay? I'll just let that message be that message. Cooking spoon, a taste of something good to come. I feel like here, maybe you will meet someone. If that is something that you were looking forward to, you will meet someone. I am not, you have to kind of email me and we can kind of dive through it together to kind of determine the longevity of that. But maybe that's something, or, you know, that's a doorway. Okay, that's a doorway. That's something that, you know, you can, yeah, okay, my bad. I was losing my train of thought. It may be something more long term if we dive into it more deeply, or it could just be something that will help you gain an understanding of, like, the kind of decisions that you want to make in this arena of your life. Okay, and then I got bowl. Home, comfort, safety, belonging. You are being held in your circumstances. I feel like that related to the message that I said about the spirits being here and wanting to offer you. And this has been present with all three piles, actually, where it's like you have this support, this spiritual support. Know that your desire to be in a partnership, whatever partnership that is not a foul one. You get to decide that. You get to want that for your life, okay? You get to desire that. You're not wrong. You're not, you know what I'm saying, crazy. You're not weak or, you know what I'm saying, all of the things that's like, you know, if you want somebody, that's okay to want. You can make that decision for yourself. And you should. You should. It's okay. It's all right to be more intentional about this area of your life. Man, that's a message. That was a message for me at some point. So I'm glad to share that with someone else. But yes, you can make that judgment and that decision for yourself. Spirit is actually affirming that decision for yourself. Spirit is like, you want somebody. I don't know. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic leaning. It doesn't have to be like a romantic monogamous partnership in that way, unless it's something that you want. It could also be other kinds of partnerships, right? Whatever other kinds of companionships that you feel like would be meaningful for you to have in your life and to nurture in your life. I'm talking about those as well. And you're not wrong for wanting those. You're not wrong for wanting people around. You're not wrong for wanting intimacy or the deep conversations or someone to hold your hand. You're not wrong for wanting belonging. You're not wrong for wanting safety. Oh, child. Okay, I need to drink some water because they dry my mouth up so quick. But you're not wrong for wanting those things. And say if you already have partners or people that you're with, you know, and you're feeling like, you know, maybe that's not, you're not being satisfied from that, you're allowed to want it. And I'm not saying that you're allowed to, like, that you have to walk away from that situation. I'm just saying that there may be solutions or something out there. So that's where that mother Mother of Knives comes in again, where it's like maybe you just need some counseling. Maybe you just need to talk to the lady about your, you know, to see what solutions and what kind of things you can, that can be put into the situation to help, you know, achieve that level of comfort and safety and belonging for everybody involved in the partnership, right? All right, I'll give you one last message, my pile 3. But yeah, y'all are not wrong for wanting that. That was a message that I needed and that I still need, even with my partner. I'll be like, I don't wanna call because I'm gonna be needy. And then it'd be like, you can be a little needy. You ain't talked to this person. Like, you know what I'm saying? We give each other adequate amounts of space as well. So it's like, I can be a bit needy here. Sometimes I have to give myself that particular permission. Or I have to remind myself that I have that particular permission. By myself, by my spirits, and also by my lovely partner. Okay. Okay. Alright, our last message, pile 3. And I'm just... Okay. Alright, this is kind of taking a little bit of a turn, but I think it'll be brought back around. So for my pile 3, you... Either I can kind of get like family gets in the way, or family... Hold on. Or you could have like family issues or something like that. But I just feel like more so like you may get frustrated with family situations. Or maybe this is like, you know what I'm saying, in this thing you want a familial kind of feel to your relationships or your partnerships or your companionships, whatever that is. And so that may be where you get very frustrated. That may be the issue that you need to go talk to the lady about. Okay? Where it's like you may just get frustrated very often because it's like you want this coming together, this sense of belonging, this sense of like that we see here, right? This sense of home and comfort and safety, of being held, of somebody like just rubbing your head or whatever. You the little spoon tonight, babe. You the little spoon. No matter who you are, you're the little spoon. You may want some of that, and you know you may feel like you're not getting it in the ways that you want. You may feel like it's inadequate in some kind of ways, or you just, you know, you may be lacking it entirely because it's not a part of your life that's being tended to in the ways that you want. But like I said, but Spirit is saying, and like I'm gonna say again, that like a cooking spoon here, where you gotta taste it with something good to come, and then you got good news, encouragement, miracle, surprise. So you have some things either coming your way or that are in your view at this point that can point you into the right direction. Maybe a little confusing. You may be getting upset and mad and annoyed and angry, and it's probably just because you need like hugs and forehead kisses. And honestly, I get you. I feel you. I've been there. I am there. That is who I am. Right? Yeah, you may feel like there's no clear way forward, right? But you have something coming through for you that will be helpful and beneficial, and like I said, point you in the right direction so that you can get this part that you are strategizing for your life together. You know what I'm saying? You may gain a mentor, you know, to help encourage this part of your life, okay? And to help it all come together in the ways that make sense for everybody involved. Okay? And so with that pile 3, I am going to end it. I really hope that was helpful. That was fun for me. I love this message for you all. You know, feel free to always let me know in the comments. Yeah, just, you know, the good news that came to you. The decisions that you're making in terms of your love life and how, or your love life or your relational life, your relationships, and how that is benefiting you, how that is, you know, bringing in that sense of comfort and love and home and all of that good shit to you. Okay? And until next time.